The theme we are analyzing this time, let's take a look with everyone. After you broke up, had a cold war, and lost contact, if you took the initiative to find him, what would he think? What would be his reaction to you? How does he view you now? Here we are divided into 3 groups. Everyone makes a choice based on this reference. Then everyone just silently thinks about the question in their hearts and choose the pies that resonate with them the most, which are the first pie, the second pie, and the third pie. After deciding on your choice, we'll start the overall analysis. Need it? After we need it, let's look at the first group. Please don't hesitate to like, subscribe, share, and reward to support Mingjing and Diane programs. That is, when breaking up with others, it's possible. There might be someone who thinks, I have no thoughts about you anymore, then let's break up. This is such a possibility. There wouldn't be such a situation in a good gathering and dispersal, perhaps for friends in this group of cards. During the time you break up and exercise, there will be a very strong emotional fluctuation. It's possible these things might lead to both sides actually breaking up pretty well during the breakup. The unpleasant ones are quite upset. Adding an image makes this person really hurt. And the matter you mentioned earlier is not that the friends we chose in this group don't feel hurt. It's just that we analyze from this. The person you think of in your heart can be seen from the dish. He must have invested a considerable part of Einstein in the previous segment change. You have put in a lot of hopes. So when something happens between you, you will see how powerful the injury is. That's it. Actually, his inner thoughts indicate his current mood. We can see that the health group is in a situation where it has been injured. It's very serious. So it might be his group of friends you're involved with at school. In his previous relationships, he may have always been the one to take the initiative, or the boys will be more proactive. But here, if you take the initiative to find him, he will feel like he can finally take a breath. It's not him who takes the initiative to be responsible. Finally, it's not him following you, but you coming to find him. He will feel that this is not the situation he intended. Then you might not have the previous thought. He finally felt like he had taken a breath and relaxed a little. Then what if you go looking for him again today? Is that right for you guys? It was the damage caused by that incident that happened before that shocked your hearts. It has a healing effect, as if it was a wound before, but now it's equivalent. We need to metaphorically read and reduce those pains left from the incident. But we also need to pay attention to one point. Your initiative to find him might let his wounds heal. It could also be that the surface might heal, but this pain might be the kind that reaches the heart. It's not that he can reconcile quickly. He is not that kind. The dangerous pain. The healing of pain requires a certain amount of time, so he actually does have feelings for you. Otherwise, you wouldn't be able to feel better inside when you go find him or something. But if you say, in case things reconcile, just a reminder for everyone to resolve your previous problems first, alright? And then, whether it's the girls on our side or the destined friends who are watching our video, whether it's boys or girls, because most of them might be girls, or should I say, it's possible in your same-sex relationship, especially on the girls' side. There needs to be more initiative. Let you both strive to solve the existing problem. Doing so should help. A nearing complete circle of a powerful group. Because it's an analysis for the general public, we can only see this information in our rankings. There will be a chance for you two to reconcile as to when is the best time to get back together. These questions about when he will contact you again. More detailed readings for individuals. Analyzing in a situation might be better. If it's better, you can choose to draw cards separately. Let's move on to the second group. Then, for those who chose our second set of cards, when analyzing for the overall ranking, the first thing we feel is our second set of cards should be a bit better than our first one because we haven't discussed the third set of cards yet, so we're not quite sure if the energy of the third set will be better than our second group, but we can analyze it as a whole. The relationship and fate between him and you may be quite deep. That is to say, he may not be your ordinary admirer, and you may not be his ordinary admirer. That is, the two are not ordinary. It's not just a common romance, but it carries a bit of fate, a sense of predestination. You might feel it in this direction. So, for those of you who chose this set of cards, if your relationship is currently not going well, or you've broken up, or are in a cold war, if you take the initiative to find him, he will actually double his enthusiasm. Act actively repay you. I will provide you with more feedback. He might have been a bit cold before. He might have a lot of this cold energy. And then he might have some kind of idea like, though I have some opinions and some dissatisfaction with you, I don't voice them. I keep them buried in my heart. I might also like you a lot, but I won't show it. Or
what might make you feel bad, I won't say it. Any ideas are held in my heart. He will not express it. He does not like to express it. After you take this initiative to find him compared to his previous state, he might improve, he will change. If there is something to say, he will say it directly, and if there is something to do, he will do it directly. He won't hesitate. And then it's the kind of situation of dragging. His action is very strong, a kind of energy. We choose. The friend of this deck of cards can affirmatively say that is what you like in your heart. This person, he also likes you. He is very fond of you. In other words, this person, he compared to those before you. And that state is when he retracts his energy. He will change. He will transform. He will become someone who shows all his affection or emotions. It's just a very warmly, very sunny, such a full of feelings will return to you. So this group of cards is really worth looking forward to. If you want to find him, go as soon as possible. This deck of cards is really good, and you know we are very good friends. The person you might be thinking of is relatively mature and might have been in society for several years, or maybe the whole person is a bit more mature than you, because well, looking at the whole board, this person might have certain. One is for experience, or he might say he has also saved some savings. And then his career aspect or his other aspect, it won't be like a very childish situation. There is a certain sense of maturity no matter how old he is. But his psychological age, the angle at which he looks at things, it will be a little longer than you and look a little further. This one is Zhang Ligan. Alright, this is our answer for the second set of layered questions. Of course, this is a public analysis and may not correspond to everyone's actual situation. If you feel the energy is a bit messy, it means some parts belong to your information and some are not. So it's best for everyone to conduct individual draw analysis according to their own actual situation and predict one-on-one in depth. It will be better and more accurate. Let's look at the fourth group next. Okay, then please go to our third group of friends who took photos. If you look at the overall layout, what you think in your heart is also for you. He might say something he doesn't usually express. That is to say, maybe after you break up, you go to see his circle of friends, to see his dynamics. He might seem like a person who is always fine, and if he posts some updates, it might be about what delicious dishes he made today, or how was his work today, or what he did, like going for a run. But he has no feelings at all. But he actually has feelings for you. First of all, we can see what kind of idea he might have after you go to him. In his heart, he will express the hope again than why he might have been before it. Living comfortably, having such emotions but not expressing them. They really miss you and maybe they want to find you, but they suppress these emotions and focus elsewhere. Focus your sight on your studies and some more practical issues because they know they still like you if you take the initiative to find them. Definitely could disturb their mood. If we look at it from the face of the card, it may represent a kind of the situation that was painfully suppressed before may not be able to be suppressed. That is, emotion is like water. It's suddenly all, it's done. Then he can't help but think about what it could mean if he came to see me. Does he still like me? In fact, we can see this group of friends. What you're thinking of is really a little bit like, it's like brain exercise. It's not to say that there are any disadvantages, but he actually knows that he belongs to the kind of person who is easily affected. So he values feelings more, so he will try hard suppress their own feelings, but once you look for him, he feels like he can't control it. The number 90 for house the Amaskiksa and Gaswi. Our 9 is quite emotional, and our friends in this deck can really didn't took the initiative to attack, but he didn't handle this round like we did in the second round. We mean to say in the second round. There are a lot of feelings and he really likes you, so there's a high chance of getting back together. But the third part of our discrimination is to say that the person you're thinking of might be more introverted, because we can see his inner drama. He has a lot of emotional thoughts in his heart, but he doesn't dare to. He's not good at saying. He does not reveal it. So in this regard, we now want to sign something some says play, but maybe we need those friends who choose this deck of cards to make an effort. And then that is, if you take the initiative to approach him, he may not be able to suppress his feelings. Before he might have been trying to suppress his feelings, but now he may not be able to.
He can't control it
Even
anymore.
under these circumstances, you are here to find him. He still manages to stay calm. It may imply his behavior. That's the case, but he definitely won't be in a mess. This person will have a whatever you say, how the outside world says you.
I will interact just in time.
There may be a situation that's about to change, and he really wants to grasp this emotion. Seize the opportunity between you, because he also knows if he doesn't start working hard or taking action, he might really lose this feeling, even though he feels it internally. Knowing how to really describe it might still be somewhat difficult, so the friends who chose our third group of discs really need to work harder. Alright, that was our interpretation of the main 3 cards. Really appreciate all of you watching and see you in our next video.